Hey, what is up, founders of Pax Dei? Enforcer 5150 here, and we do have some news today on the game Pax Dei. We have new patch notes, July 17th patch notes to be exact, and I do want to just go through some of the recent changes we have here, because they are very interesting. They have a few nice things that they've added. You can get the full patch notes on the Pax Dei PlayPaxDei.com website, or you can also get them in Steam to get them as well. Anyway, we're just gonna go through these as quickly as possible here. But anyway, building. New building signs have been added to the game. You can find them in the props menu, but they behave like building pieces. You build and place them at once. Signs can be placed on the ground, on all props, and all building pieces except on another sign. That is awesome. I've been saying this for a while because it's really hard to manage storage and everything, and this will make it a little bit easier to manage, and just having signs and stuff like that, if you're able to write on them, it's even better. But anyway, by pressing F while holding a building in place in construction menu, you can cycle through snapping points of the building piece. Now, this is nice because the snapping points often, very often, mess up and go wonky. And yeah, I'm just really glad they actually added something like this to it. And then they also have here improved error messaging when game loses connections to building server and player is unable to enter the game. I've seen that a few times, but it hasn't been too much of an issue. Now, the next part I do not approve of at all. This is just terrible. The camera. Cinematic camera F7 is disabled outside of home valleys. In other words, it is disabled in the wildlands, dungeons, and Lionese PvP area. I love taking cinematic screenshots, and I use F7 to do that. I don't know why they disabled this. I mean, I can see, I guess, in dungeons, but even then, I mean, people want to take screenshots and stuff like that in those areas, and because I mean, it's a very beautiful game, so I don't know. This is a really poor choice. They should not have taken that out. Ask my own personal opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, resources. Now this is something interesting, but also I'm kind of worried. Plum trees have been added to the game. The Divine made a plum tree, and they saw that it was good. Now that part's good, because I haven't been able to find plums, and there are recipes that require plums. Now the next part, this addition will impact the location of apple trees, but should not impact the other resources. Now I have to find out which of the apple trees that I've been currently going to are going to be changed out. And it took a while to find a lot of these. So I really don't like that they replaced like some of the apple trees with plum trees. So yeah, I don't like that part, but whatever. We'll find more apple trees later on. All right, user feedback. Client log files will now be collected along with user feedback to help debugging. Nice to know. Writing. This is a little bit different here. Updating, adding item descriptions to all items available in the game. Now, they didn't give us like what ones they don't have, but I do like that they're adding item descriptions, because like we have like zero idea of a lot of the things in the game, and we have to all kind of depend on each other to figure out a lot of the things. So hopefully they will give us a little bit more detail that we've been wanting. All right, so we are on to fixes. Tutorial fixed an issue where the game could crash while tutorial dialogues were open. Okay, now moving on to resources. This is something that I've seen a lot of people talking about, and mainly the hide drops. They have here fixed the drop rates of hides by increasing them, and not only on bears, Boulevard and Grand Venor, I don't know that word, in his hunting process at the crack of dawn, explained how he trained his children to gather tier 2 hides from rabbits, but many of his writings were controversial. So maybe they're giving us tier 2 hides off of like rabbits and stuff too now. But yeah, people have been really asking for a fix to the bears. Fix an issue where wool resource mesh was causing client performance issues. Remove prime hides from dropping. It was too soon from them. I don't know what that part means. The prime hides, I don't know if they mean like some higher level ones that we need for higher level stuff yet. Because if that is true, that really sucks because we're already scarce on resources, like badly. So hopefully that is not the case. Anyway, moving on to building. All right, so fixed an issue where props and crafters could get into a broken state, become invisible while having collisions, or not adequately destroyed with no resources being returned. This should be fixed now, but let us know if it's not. Now, they also fixed an issue where some players with some specific settings were able to change other players' chest privileges. We can't say more, but it was a nasty one. Yeah, that is not good at all. All right, they also fixed an issue where small props integrity check would not let them be placed on the ground and they would be destroyed. They also fixed an issue where some users would encounter an error for initial replication failed and be kicked from the server. All right, moving on to crafting. So it looks like they fixed an odd number of unexpected disappearance of raisins recipes. You basically put it back. They fixed an issue where farmhouse roast icon was a chicken instead of a roast deer. Some would say potato, some potato. Whatever. Fixed an issue where the recipes in processing crafters, aka timed crafters, were visible before being officially unlocked by the player. They also fixed an issue with some inconsistent names in the leather working table, fixed the wolf meat descriptions in the shootery workbench as they did not match what was produced. All right, moving on to combat. Fixed an issue where stunned characters were still able to block when they should not have been able to. I have run into that a few times where I'd stun them with the shield, and then they were still able to block you and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. All right, moving on to NPCs. Let's see, let's move this down a little bit more. Here we go. All right, fixed an issue where NPCs could become unresponsible and unkillable. Fixed an issue where NPC footsteps were not oriented based on NPC orientation. That I definitely noticed. Fixed an issue where the player might get launched and heavily damaged by jumping into NPCs. There are some glorious deaths though. I bet it hadn't happened to me, but yeah, that would be really nice to see. Dang, I'm kind of mad that they fixed it. Anyway, fixed an issue where entranced exorcist NPC would spin around themselves between attacks. It was somewhat cool, but not expected. They also fixed an issue where NPCs could get stuck in water, and they fixed an issue where respawn timers could be manipulated to force respawns of rare spawns. And I need to find a rare spawn. I have not found any yet. All right, moving on to teleport. They fixed an issue where teleporting to the home shrine in another province teleported the character to shrine's coordinates in the current province instead of the relevant province. Mainly what it's saying is when you did your teleport home, it would put you to a different shrine, which that did actually happen to me once. But I think I thought it was due because I had another building in another area, or a home in another area, and I removed it, and I thought maybe it still thought I was at the other one, but then it just all of a sudden stopped doing it, so that's nice. Next is the home shrine icon is no longer displayed when character is not in their province. Huh. I didn't know that was like an error or anything. The home shrine is no longer displayed when the character is not in their province. Yeah. I thought it would stay there, but like I thought it was meant to have that display. But anyway, moving on to world. We have let's see here. Fixed an issue where some caves had a gap in geometry, which the player could fall through. Also, okay, so they also fixed an issue where the large ring fort in the north of Innisgilia had no NPCs. Fixed an issue where NPCs and player characters would disappear when obstructed by environment. They just turned around on me, so neat. Fixed various parts of PvE sites that were missing collisions. And now this one I just mentioned in one of the last videos. I was just praising them on their design and everything, and then there's a rock up in them, you know, just floating there. So hopefully they have that stuff fixed now. All right, clan and party. I don't have clan. I haven't been doing any parties yet. So they fixed an issue where clan UI was not auto-updating in some scenarios. When a player is invited to a clan, the clan UI open, they should get the notification and the clan UI update simultaneously. Nice to have that fixed. But like I said, I haven't messed with the clan stuff yet because none of my friends yet have decided to start playing this game. Skills, crossbow skill was removed from the game because there is no crossbow yet. Yeah, so they haven't made a crossbow yet, and they had the skill in there and had a lot of people wondering, hey, how do I get to the crossbow? So they needed to remove it. So people stopped asking the question of how the heck do I get a crossbow? I really hope they add that in soon because I do like the idea of having a crossbow. All right, moving on to UI. Let's see, fixed an issue where the background was interactable when the escape had been pressed. Fixed an issue where the enter key would not always close the EA disclaimer. That is nice that they fixed some of those things. I wish they would fix it where if you click outside of the game, it literally crashes. And yeah, that's one thing I did not like. And then the rest are old patch notes, the July 4th and 3rd and stuff like that. But yeah, some interesting choices here. The camera one, I am just so not happy with the camera because, like, as a content creator, we make screenshots of the game that we have. So, you know, not having that there, you know, that was actually, or having that, I should say, was a really, really nice feature. And I was able to make some, you know, really nice screenshots of some of the areas that we went into. Like in the PvP area, I have a screenshot there I used in one of our thumbnails. I also have it in one of the black zones. We were up finding pure iron ore. I was able to get a nice screenshot of my character there with the sunset and everything. Freaking love the sunsets in this game. But yeah, it's just, I don't understand why they disabled that. I don't know. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below of why you think they decided they needed to disable, you know, such a great feature in my opinion. Anyway, that's all we're going to do for this video today. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care and happy gaming.